So we asked, and you overwhelmingly told us that you want to know more about why Xcel bills are so high and what can be done about it. Today, the state regulators who oversee Xcel held a meeting specifically about expensive bills. We've been explaining some of the why. The price of natural gas is higher than last year, and our usage is likely up because it's been colder. Our Marshall Zellinger had an opportunity to take some of your questions directly to the regulatory staff.
Susan in Denver writes, I want to express my concern with Xcel's rate hikes. Xcel is currently reporting record profits.
That is Erin O'Neill. She is the chief economist for Colorado's PUC, the Public Utilities Commission, which regulates companies like Xcel. I took your questions to her following a PUC meeting this morning where she helped present why your utility bills are so high.
Gas prices are about 40% higher this year than they were last year.
Natural gas is purchased by Xcel, and that cost is passed down to us, dollar for dollar.
At what point can the PUC say, that was a bad business decision, you have to eat the cost for that? Like, you should have planned better. I know it's dollar for dollar, not this time.
If the commission staff found a problem and felt like there was something the utilities were doing that was not prudent, they would bring that to the commission and say, we need a prudence review. We want to look at these costs. That is very rare.
O'Neill said that utility companies like Xcel provide the PUC a gas purchase plan, explaining how much gas they plan to buy long term, how much they plan to buy daily, and how much they plan to store. Then that gets compared after the fact with a gas purchase report to see how that all went.
We do review those in pretty close detail, and I've never seen like a disconnect between what public service purchases at and the market price or something like that.
One of the most popular questions we got is about Xcel profits. Through 3 quarters of 2022, Xcel had ongoing earnings of almost $650 million. It's a topic one of the PUC commissioners brought up in this morning's meeting.
One of the missing links in your presentation was what's the historic record on Xcel's profits and dividends and stock buybacks?
Well, when commissioners like John Gavin approve the rates we pay Xcel, it turns out we're not just paying them back for what they call investments, like transmission lines or a new power plant. We're also paying them extra for profit.
There are things that the commission says, no, that's not a cost that you're going to recover from Colorado ratepayers, or that's a cost that will be shared between ratepayers and shareholders, things like equity compensation for executives. We review those costs to determine how much of those can be recovered from Colorado ratepayers.
Yes, part of your bill pays the executive salaries. I also asked if the PUC ever said no to a rate increase. The short answer is not really. The long answer is rate increases include a lot of line items, and so the PUC can say no or reduce certain parts of the request. But overall, a rate increase has only been denied apparently one time in the last 5 years.
And I mean, there's negotiation involved in it. It's like going to your parents for an allowance. You say, I'd like $100 a week. They say, we'll give you 20. And you think to yourself, I would have been happy with 10.
Exactly. I heard that from someone who's well-versed in energy policy, that's like the backdoor way that we still got what we want, but the public thinks we took a shot somewhere. I know we got a lot of questions about, like, what can you do? There's a consumer advocacy agency that you can reach out to. You can email the PUC. We'll put some of those links on 9news.com. And their annual report comes out tomorrow. So guess what I'll be doing tomorrow?
Marshall, the people have spoken. They're not done with this. They want you to keep up the questions, keep up the pressure to get them the answers they want. So we'll talk again soon. Thank you, Marshall. So let's meet these commissioners. Let's meet these regulators. So first, you should know, they are appointed by each governor. Democratic Governor Jared Polis is appointed 2. John Gavan's the only holdover from the Hickenlooper administration, another Democratic administration. His term expires this month, so he's out the door. He's a Navy vet from western Colorado. He spent most of his career in technology and served on the board for some power suppliers in Colorado and the D.C. area. Governor Polis appointed Commissioner Megan Gilman in March of 2022, so she's on the PUC through next January. She's a small business owner, served on the board for Holy Cross Energy, and worked on analyzing rates for customers. Eric Blank is the newest commissioner. His term expires January of 2025. He's a lawyer, an economist. He also founded a renewable energy development company. He says he's worked on clean energy issues for more than 35 years. So, you want to know who's got the control over Xcel? It's those folks. And then there is the incoming commissioner, the replacement for Gavan. It's Tom Plant. He's from Buena Vista, comes in next month. Former Democratic state legislator who also served as director of the governor's energy office from 2007 to 2011.